Welcome, my friends, to yet another edition of Suno Studio. I'm going to show you how, as a musician, you can harness the power of Suno Studio to create backing tracks and just let your imagination run wild. Here I have my Roland Axe Edge guitar, and this is what it sounds like before Suno. So I've got that idea going in my head, and what I'm going to do is take this into Studio, and I'm going to create a backing track. First of all, let's set the BPM. We got the BPM at 135. And then I'm also going to use my keyboard to put an idea into Suno. So it's going to go something like that. Something like that. So I'm going to record that. And once I'm done recording this bass part, I'm then going to command Suno to create an accompanying part. So let me do the bass part first. Here we go. And of course, you got to put on the metronome and count off and stuff. So let's get that cooking. All right, so let the fun begin. I have armed the track and it is ready to go. And the way you arm the track, like at first, you have this. So you got to do a couple of things. First, let us set the count in. So we're going to record audio. But before we record audio, we want to make sure that it gives us a good count in. Let's go 4 bars just to make sure it's all set up properly. Select the right line. So I've got my portable grand. So I'm going to be playing right over here on my keyboard. So you're going to see me play the bass line first. So I'm going to record the bass line, and once my bass line is recorded, I can then add more stuff to the mix. So here we go. 3, 4, let's go. All right, now that I've got this bass part in, I'll let you listen to what I recorded in the interest of time. This is what it sounds like. So now that I've got this bass track and all that, I'm going to add a drum part to it. So I'm going to ask Suno to generate a drum part, and I'm going to give it a prompt like generate a hard rock drum track. And let's just hit enter. Let's give it some time to cook. All right, generating 2 hard rock takes. All right, let's listen. So it's a little bit off. So I'm going to say it is off the meter. And let me put the metronome back on so we can narrow down what's going on. All right, so let me tell it it's off the meter and see what it does, because it needs to align exactly on the meter, otherwise there's no point. All right, I couldn't measure or correct the drum timing because the generated take is still only a preview. Commit the take first and then I can align it. Okay, listen. Okay, let me say okay, because it seems like it's already gone ahead and done it. Measured 1 arrangement, nothing notably off. Quantize drums to the quarter note grid. Let's listen. I think that's a bit better. That's a bit better. All right, so let me complain. I don't like the drum mix. Too roomy. Can you imagine a software tool that you can just complain about anything you don't want and it's going to try to make it right? Isn't that kind of cool? So it's going to add a gate. As you can see down here, it's doing some customization and automation down here on the left. Tighten the drum mix with a gate. Raise the threshold, lower the floor, and set a controlled hold release to reduce room bleed while preserving the punch. This is just ridiculous. Now I'm going to tell it that's too much. You went too far. Revert. Yeah, that. I appreciate the attempt. Oh, reverted the gate to previous settings. Okay. Now, go back to 0. Return the drum track to 0, removing the gate. Okay. So in this demonstration, I hope you're learning that you can ask the producer to do a number of things for you. You just have to be persistent and know what you want. And if you're not hearing it, then, just tell it to revert back. Again, you may want more control. So it's opened up the EQ, and based on what it inspects, you can see down here. Oh, let me get myself out of the way. Excuse me. Because you do want to see all this stuff that I'm doing, so you know how to do likewise. All right, so over here on the left, you can see that it's gently lifted the EQ just a little bit. Let's listen. Let me lift it a bit more. A bit better. All right, not entirely the best, but it's definitely a good start. And I'm just going to say add a synth, the key is C minor, and just say add a rock synth. All right, we're going to add that rock synth. So for those of you who want to create soundtracks that are very specific, they've got certain syncopations, and there's a particular flavor you're looking for, you can just go into 2.0, have a blast, lay down your bass, lay down a drum track, and then just build from there. And you can get some pretty unique things. Okay, generating 2 hard rock renditions. All right, let's check this out. So that wasn't exactly what I wanted. So starting point, but not exactly. All right, let's jam on it. Okay. All right, let's do one more. One more jam, one more jam, one more jam. All right, here we go. Okay, my friends, well, that's how you do it. Get into studio, let your imagination run wild, and have some fun. See you next time.